Sudden feud between the leader of the free world and the richest man in the world, the fight between Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk. It went public yesterday, and it is much more than two powerful men sniping at one another in public. The fallout from this could affect all of us in one way or another, everything from the president's so-called big, beautiful bill and the tax cuts in it, and billions in government contracts, what people do with that tax money.
I'm very disappointed in Elon.
A simmering rift exploded into public view Thursday after Elon Musk spent all week bashing President Trump's signature tax and spending bill.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore.
The chains off bureaucracy.
Musk, who Trump hired to cut federal spending, has been railing against what he calls the big ugly bill, arguing it would add trillions of dollars to the federal deficit.
He knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left.
The insults and threats escalated from there. Musk, who spent more than $200 million on the 2024 campaign, posted, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election," adding, "Such ingratitude." Trump then threatened to terminate billions of dollars in government subsidies and contracts that go to Musk's companies. Musk quickly firing back, "Go ahead, make my day," adding SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. It's used to transport astronauts to the International Space Station, though late Thursday, Musk seemed to back off that threat. The feud comes less than a week after Trump handed Musk a key to the White House as the billionaire left his role in the government.
And I'll continue to be visiting here and be a friend and advisor to the president.
Now Trump claims he asked Musk to leave the job, saying Musk was wearing thin. He also claims Musk went crazy when the big, beautiful bill rolled back tax credits for electric vehicles. Musk denies that, but the clash still sent Tesla stock plummeting 14 percentage points. The spat then got even more personal when Musk, without presenting evidence, posted this about the president and the late Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted child sex offender. "Time to drop the really big bomb," he said. "Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public." Trump did not respond to questions about those accusations from Musk. White House aides are downplaying it, and they're also trying to ratchet down the tension. They insist Trump is now going to shift his focus away from Musk and towards passing the big, beautiful bill. Musk, on the other hand, is saying Trump should be impeached.
Sudden feud.
Shalom. We're back with another video. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukaha Kodash, to the elder apostles and elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well, who I learn from daily. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Here with a video I'm going to call Good Friends Supposedly have become great enemies. And we're watching as Trump and Elon Musk, the friendship has dissolved, and they have been coming at each other's necks. Elon Musk talking about Trump, big beautiful bill, and how if it wasn't him, he wouldn't become president. And Trump is saying Elon is mad because the bill is cutting spending to electric cars, which hurt his business. As you've seen, they said it dropped them electric cars 14 points in the trade thing. I can't think of it right now. But we're seeing these two guys who was once such close friends, as they helped destroy some of the key infrastructure here in Babylon the Great, but also known as America. Now that they're at each other's throat. I mean, since the end of February up until May, these guys did a wonderful job in bringing down some of the key government policies and also agencies such as the DEI, You got food stamp. You got housing. I mean, they were deporting the Northern Kingdom. I mean, together, they did a lot of great, wicked, evil things. Through the left side of Yahweh Bashim Shai, by the way. Let's not forget to give him his glory, because it's because of him that these two was able to come together and do the things that they were doing. But now that Trump has kicked him out of office and they made it look like at first Elon was happy about it, now they're at each other's throat. At one point they walked together, now they're at each other's throat. They no longer find, I guess, each other, how should I put it? Find each other pleasing, I would say, when it comes to their ideals. So now they done turn friends, done turn into enemies. And the scriptures already warned about what happened once two people who can't see eye to eye, what will go on. And we'll start there first. Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Yeah. As I said, when Trump first got into office, these two agreed on everything, man. They were best friends, laughing and joking, defending each other. He on X, Mr. Elon Musk, I need you more now than ever to keep up the great work you're doing. And Elon sucking air out his behind. Oh yeah, Trump, thank you, Mr. President. I'm sure gonna do that. And such and such. Now look at them. They're bitter enemies, man. Their hatred for each other has come out. And as Trump said, Elon knew every part of that bill before it came out, so he don't understand why he's upset. So that means there's something else going on here. But with them two being upset and mad with each other, we're seeing them publicly come at each other's throat. Not only us, but these other nations as well. Which made everything they done look stupid, because you got two grown men who's supposed to be two of the most powerful men in the world acting like a bitter couple that has broken up, and now they want to expose everything about each other, which is foolishness in itself, because America, Babylon the Great, has a lot of enemies. And for your president and for the guy he chose as a counselor to be arguing and putting private matters on full display is what two fools would do. And the scriptures warned that. We're going to go here. Proverbs 14:29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. And if you ask these two men, of course they would say they are a great understanding. So if you're a great understanding, why you getting so angry? Why you just can't bear the hatch and be like, look, I'm moving on. And you need to do so too. But that shows you their lack of understanding. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. But he that is hasty of spirit exalted folly. And we're going to go into that word folly, because we're watching their folly on full display, being exposed for the whole world to see. Like I said, you got two men that were supposedly friends. Now they're like a bitter couple and they hate each other. So they're exposing all their dirty secrets, I would say.
Strong's H200.
Enveleth. Foolishness. Folly. We're seeing that. It's all foolishness. The Strong's definition, enveleth, from the same as H191, silliness, folly, foolish. Foolishly, foolishness. Let's go to this, the root of it. Evil.
Strong's H191. Evil.
It says evil.
Second entry. Evili.
It says evil or evili, but we see it as evil, right? That's the root of the word of folly, evil. Be foolish, foolish, one that is despised by wisdom, one that mocks when guilty, one who is quarrelsome. We're seeing them quarrelsome fools. See? Evil from the unused root meaning to be perverse, figurative, silly, fool, foolish, a foolish man. We're watching two foolish men air out their personal grievances against each other live for the world to see. Why? Because they wasn't slow to wrath. Once one popped off, the other popped off. And once they both started popping off, hey, we're watching their folly, their foolishness on full display as they tell each other secret. Trump saying he mad about this. Elon saying Trump ain't let out the Epstein list because he's part of it. I mean, how would Elon know? Because they were supposedly friends. He was close with Trump. So Trump more likely confided in him about these truths. And that shows that these two men didn't even vet each other to see what kind of person they was. It was just Elon backed Trump, and Trump took Elon in. Now look at them. Now all they secrets are being pushed out for the world to see. We're going to go here, Sirach 6, verse 7 through 9. In the Good News translation, when you make friends, don't be too quick to trust them. And they was so quick to trust each other. Like I said, they was all over social media, buddy, and when Trump had an announcement to make, Elon was always right there beside him, unfolded, like, yeah, I'm him. But they never vetted each other to see what type of person each other was. They just instant, this my friend and I trust everything he said. All right, start back over. Sirach 6 and verse 7. When you make friends, do not be quick to trust them. Make sure that they have proved themselves. And we see that neither actually have proved themselves. Let's go into the word prove. To demonstrate the truth of existence or something by evidence, to demonstrate to be specific thing or evident or argumently. Let's see, basically, they never really proved of each other. They never really found the truth or who the other person was. That's why now we see with them exposing each other how embarrassed they both probably is. But once you're angry, you can't see straight, and you don't even care about it till that anger subsides. All right, Sirach 6 and verse 8. Some people will be your friend only when it's convenient for them, but they won't stand by you in trouble. And for the both of them, they became friends because they were convenient for one another. Elon had the money, which Trump needed to run his campaign. And Trump, if he won and became president, would help Elon had the power to push the thing that he wanted to push. Like that Doge, and all other kind of how shall I put it? The robotics that he himself invented. So they have people buying that to help people lose their job. All his other little secret little plans too. It was convenient for the both of them that they really got together. But after that convenience worn off, we see them two at each other's throat. Verse 9. Others will fall out with you over some argument and then embarrass you by letting everyone know about it. And have we not been seeing this? In that video, did it not show that ugly side of their friendship? That they fell out over an argument? Now they're embarrassing each other? Letting the whole world know? Yeah, Trump didn't want that. They want that Epstein list to come out because he's on it. Oh, Elon just mad because the big beautiful bill cutting spending to his electric cars. You know, they at each other's throat now. They're trying to embarrass each other. Trump talking about how he told Elon he had to go, and Elon got mad and angry and went crazy. They're trying to embarrass each other. And like I said, it's not just private. They trying to make sure the whole world sees it. Why? Because they really wasn't friends to begin with. Just two people who really needed each other to fulfill a certain goal. We're going to go here. Sirach 30:72. Is it not a grief unto death when a companion and friend is turned into enemy? Turned into an enemy? And that's what you're seeing. It's grief for these two men. But because they thought each other were friend and companion. But now they see that one really didn't like the other, and it was vice versa. I mean, that's why the scripture say is it not grief unto death when a friend and companion turn into an enemy. I mean, you got a close friend, one you done told all your secrets to, one you confided in, one you felt like, hey, this person is 100. Then for them to turn into an enemy, man, it's grief. Because they know all your secrets. They know all your weakness. Because I was looking at the article, they were talking about Putin was trying to give Elon Musk asylum in Russia. Knowing all the secrets to the White House, the codes, and all those things, man. That's a grief unto death for Trump. That's one of those situations like, man, I can't believe I told him that. Man, I can't believe I said that to him. Man, I can't believe I showed him that shit. It's a grievous thing to lose a friend and a companion, and they turn into an enemy to you. And we're going to end it out here. While we're watching as Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai ultimately has turned these two against each other for whatever purpose he had them set for. And we already know what the scripture has said about Satan versus Satan. Salakia. In Mark 3:23. And he called them unto him and said unto them a parable. How can Satan cast out Satan? We know that word Satan going to adversary. So how can the adversary cast out the adversary? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And here's the point in 26. And if Satan rise up against himself, meaning if the adversary rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And like I said, I done seen another article that says Russia is trying to get Musk to come to them for asylum. So if the adversary rises up against himself and be divided, they cannot stand but have an end. So we could be watching the end of, well, we know the end of Babylon, which is America, is coming soon. But we can be watching how Russia will get through their defenses because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk knows the ins and outs because Trump had let him get that information. So I understand why Russia came after him. So the adversary rises up against himself. Guess what? And be divided. We're about to soon see the end. But not before other certain prophecies be fulfilled. But before I leave out, I just want to say, all this in itself can be a lie. I mean, as scripture say, never trust thy enemy. Never trust Satan. Never trust the adversary. Because all this can be a way to have the world let down his guard and they pull a okie doke. even more so with Russia. So all we're gonna do, sit back and see how this thing plays itself out. Because they could be at each other's throat, or this could be another one of their plans. Only Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai knows what they're truly doing and the reason why they're doing it. But that's all I had to say on this. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai. Shalom.